We were talking off the air, and I think I bummed you out, like right in advance of the interview.
Oh, no. I mean, we were talking about The Office, and I'm pretty obsessed with it. It's one of my favorite shows to watch with my kid. It's because one of those things that she can enjoy, and it's vaguely appropriate, and I didn't drive me crazy either. So I'm sad, but we'll live. You know?
Right, I was worried because you never want to piss off the guy you're talking to. Oh, hey, the new album.
This interview's over.
I storm out, throw the guitar down.
Just full of Russell Crowe. Man.
Okay, so last time we saw you guys was at the San Diego Indie Fest.
Yeah.
Out there in North Park, and you debuted Was that the first performance of the new song?
I believe it's the first one ever, actually. Yeah. Yeah, because we haven't been to rehearse as much because we all live in different cities now. Right. So pretty much the shows are like, well, let's give it a shot.
So you're still in SAC.
I'm actually in San Francisco.
You're
now.
in San Francisco.
John is the only one that's still in SAC.
Okay.
Sean's in LA. Chris is here. Yeah. And I'm in one city. Yeah.
So how do you coordinate? You just set aside time and y'all meet in a central location, or
I think before this tour was the first time we ever actually gathered to rehearse before a tour. I mean, the good thing about playing together for 10 years, even though 10 years have passed, is that we really know each other musically, and we all understand that playing rock songs is not about sort of perfection or practice, frankly. It's about the spirit of it, and if you know what it is to play a rock song, then you kind of just do your thing. So it obviously gets better the more you play and you feel it and all that stuff, but it's fun to just discover it. So,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, so a lot of the audience only knows of Far from the Pony cover,
right?
And from a little bit with the new song "Deafening" that's recorded on 91X. But
yeah.
You guys were making EPs like '91.
Next summer will be our 20th anniversary of our first show, which is just kind of staggering to even say out loud, but feels real good actually. And so yeah, and it's interesting now. I mean, especially around here because of your all's kind of off the charts support. It's really neat to have people that really are just meeting us. And that's, for a band like us, we adore the people that have been listening forever, and especially people from Sacto who are just with us since the beginning. Mm-hmm. We're never going to forget that, and that makes it that much cooler when new people show up, because you can kind of see them, because they don't really know the old songs, and they're a little like, what is this band? Which is the same feeling that people have always had on their faces, because we're a rock band for sure, but we're not your run-of-the-mill rock band.
What's crazy is a lot of those the kids like myself who are music heads, we all have conversations about the bands that should have been,
right,
and maybe never really got the shot.
Sure.
So in the mid to late '90s, where a band like Deftones got that shot and had that huge national international success.
Yeah.
Far kind of was there, but then things just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Speaking for myself, I think I've got that shoot oneself in the foot gene that like Paul Westerberg and Frank Black and people have, where, and I'm not comparing myself to their genius, by the way, I'm just saying that we happen to share this similar eccentric sort of thing, and all I know is that, yeah, there was a time when it just started to feel really strange, and I'm the person that believes that the second that I'm on stage for any reason other than really wanting to be there to do my thing, I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting other people's time, wasting their money. I don't think it's worth it unless there's a real serious possibility there for transcendence. And a lot of people have called me a total idealist over the years, and that's great. It's fine with me, and it doesn't hurt my feelings. I was just watching this Tom Petty DVD last night, this Running Down a Dream thing, which is just anyone who wants to know about like a rock and roll band just needs to go watch that, because it just sort of says it all. And he was someone who did a lot of fights for his artistic vision, and people like that remind me that success or not, you gotta stay the course, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and so for timeline's sake, you guys, you had the initial indie releases.
Yeah.
There was the one album on a major.
Right.
And then, as you mentioned, things sort of, you shot yourself in the foot, however you say it.
Well, all that happened really was that we had Tin Cans on Sony, and then we had Water and Solutions. And, everyone was saying, oh, this next one's going to be the one, and this and this and this. So, but the tours we were getting offered really just, for me, I didn't think we fit. It wasn't that I didn't like the bands. I certainly liked them as people, and the music was fine. But I didn't feel like we fit. And we were just going out, to me, banging our heads, and not in the good rock way, against a wall. I thought we were playing to big crowds, but no one really got it. Because we would be playing these really heavy tunes, and then I identify as like a big heavy rock singer, which now these days is commonplace.
Yep.
But then it's hard for people to remember, I think, how strange that was to like finish like screaming my guts. I'm like, all right, thanks you guys. Like that just did not. That was not part of the dialogue. Right? Yeah, it was like people. I don't know. Yeah.
So, so you put out the second record, and then things kind of went as they went.
Yeah.
You went and did your own thing.
Right.
One line drawing.
Right.
And then was it Gratitude as well?
It was one line drawing. I mean, chronologically, it was one line drawing, then New End Original,
right.
and then one line drawing. So I continued through that, and then Gratitude, and then I've dropped all the names now. So. Yeah.
So, when you got to that point, I'm still just fascinated how the band kind of got back together. It was sort of like a joke to start.
Well, the music was never a joke, obviously, right. And even Pony wasn't a joke in the sense that we love that song, and I'm actually really proud of that vocal, and I think it's really cool. But it was a joke in the sense that it was just us hanging out. We did not want any pressure on this because, again, once it gets lost in that, I feel like you're not making art anymore. You're just doing some other thing that's no fun for anyone. So it was really just a couple of barbecues and a couple of rehearsals and. Hey, let's play a couple shows, but hey, let's play them under a different name. Hey, let's make a fake MySpace page. Hey, let's get a song for our fake MySpace page. That was Pony.
So it's a bunch of old friends hanging out, playing some music together, having a little fun with a song that, as we all remember in the 90s, was on the radio everywhere all the time.
Which we would play before our sets to, and people would laugh and dance and get psyched for our shows. So it has some history in the band, too, that particular song. And so it wasn't that we were goofing on the song at all, but when it blew up, it was interesting.
Guy, fuck up the fast lane. Helmets and seat belts are different than welfare, are different than guns. And somebody's struggle is somebody's headline. We're picking fear over love every time. If silence is golden, we built a fortune of poison, a kingdom of poor. We're chasing the wrong guy, telling the white lies, averting our eyes. It's